Hey guys, welcome back to New York Sports MC. Want to go through a story as the Jets are linked to be interested in two of the big corners on the market this year, and Byron Jones of the Dallas Cowboys and James Bradberry of the Carolina Panthers. And obviously we know that the cornerback position was a position that was underperformed and devastated by injuries last year. So definitely a position where we need to address at some point. The corners that we have in-house are not going to get the job done. While we do have Bless Austin, who showed some signs that he can potentially develop into a pretty nice starting corner, we need to address that other position. And Poole's also a free agent, so we got to look to bring him back for the slot as well. So you look at Byron Jones, he ranked out PFF as a 76.1, while James Bradberry is 60.9. So obviously Byron Jones gets a little bit of an edge there. He just made the transition back from safety to corner. So not a lot of interceptions to his career, whereas Bradberry had 3 last year and Jones didn't have a single interception last year. But interception is not the end-all be-all when it comes to corners. A lot of it can be respect, as he's not getting balls thrown to him, or he could be batting balls away. As we know, Revis never really led the league in interceptions either, because quarterbacks just didn't throw over there. Now, I'm not comparing Byron Jones or James Bradberry to Revis because they're not even close. But it's just a statement to show that interceptions are not the end-all be-all. Now, if you look at these players and schematically, how do they fit and who would be the better option for the Jets, I have to go Byron Jones. A little higher when it comes to the PFF grading. They are only difference in 1 year in age, as Byron Jones is 1 year older. But Byron Jones is more of the man press corner, whereas James Bradberry is going to be more comfortable in his zone coverages. That's what he ran with Ron Rivera in Carolina. And Greg Williams really likes to have man-to-man corners. He wants to be able to know that his corners are taking care of business out there, and he can get exotic with his blitzes. He had to cover up a lot last year. We ran a lot more zone than Greg Williams is used to running because our corners just could not hold up in man-to-man coverage. So if we're looking scheme fit, Byron Jones is definitely the better option. I think both of these guys are going to be pretty expensive. Byron Jones will definitely get more money than James Bradberry, but they're going to command quite a bit of money on the market as there's not a ton of options out there. So if I had to choose one, I definitely want us to bring in Byron Jones, but I would rather us pass on the high-end corners, maybe take a flyer on a mid-tier corner, definitely bring back Poole. That would be my number one priority over either one of these guys. And I looked to draft one. I know I've mentioned it on one of my mocks before, and I was on Jets Talk 24/7, and I mentioned it twice in his call-in show. I'm a big fan of Damon Arnett. He is a press man corner that would fit perfectly in Greg Williams' system because he did run a 4.56 40, which I'm not too concerned about because when you watch him on film, he's not getting burned deep. He's got really good acceleration. A lot of times you see screen passes to his side and he explodes up for the tackle. So I'm not worried about the 4.56. I'm actually kind of happy that he did that because now it looks like it could bump him to us in the 3rd round, where we'll have 2 picks. So we can go tackle round 1, wide receiver round 2, and then hopefully Damon Arnett or another corner, and then the interior offensive line with those 2 third-round picks. So that's what my thoughts would be. If we had to choose one, you told me, hey, you got to sign one of them. I'm going Byron Jones because of the fact that he plays man, press coverage, and Bradberry's more of his own guy. But like I said, I want to get young. I want to get people on controllable salaries because we did spend on some people that we probably shouldn't have. So I would go the draft route in the 3rd round trying to get specifically Damon Arnett. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who would you want if we were to sign one of these guys? What would you want to give them? What do you think is a fair market value for him? And then do you want to draft somebody? Is there another corner maybe I should look at for the 3rd, 4th round? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't, please subscribe to the page. And as always, Jet up.